I can't be coming for people and looking like a full mess.
Well, I do.
You don't. You look handsome. You look like Rosie the Riveter. Hola, it's me, Didi, and welcome to another episode of Deep Dives with Didi.
And Damian.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about Canada's Drag Race episode number 6.
Can you believe it?
I can.
Category on the runway was denim on denim on denim. So Damian and I are serving denim on denim.
On denim.
And this is a very special episode because the runway look that Lemon wore is a look made by me, Didi Fuego. And that's what this is made of. This is the remnants of the thrifted denim items that Lemon wore on the runway.
That's exciting.
Which brings us to, previously on Canada's Drag Race, we had the Snatch Game. And if you want a review of that episode, which is a very good episode, click up somewhere and watch that review.
It's our best one to date, in my opinion. I laughed at ourselves.
I also laughed at myself.
Also, my iPhone wasn't working, so I look like I have a Vaseline filter over myself, and I am into it.
Jimbo won the Snatch Game, and then Kiara, unfortunately, sashayed away.
There's a fly.
Our co-host is back! After Kiara's elimination, the girls are back in the workroom. They're all sitting on the couch, and one couch is our prediction for top 4, and on the other couch is the other 3.
So going into this week's episode, all of those girls on the sofa each have at least a win, and Rita has 2.
It's a new day in the workroom. All the girls are very excited. They are top 7?
Yeah.
They're top 7. Let's go right into the mini challenge. Jeffree shows up. No one likes him. They were doing this like psychic mini challenge. Similar to like season 3, they have like a partition in between. They each picked like a colored boa and something else. And they had to like send psychic waves to the other person to guess like what color they had picked. You remember that?
No.
Fabulous.
Can we skip this mini challenge? It's like Jeffree is being annoying and the challenge literally serves zero purpose. It seems like the wrong challenge to have Crystal there for. Because she's not a funny or have a big personality. She's like a fashion girl. So Lemon gets to pair the girls up and make all of the groups for the maxi challenge. She pairs herself up with Priyanka. She pairs Scarlett and Ilona together, because apparently they're friends, and apparently this thing
They're
called
sissies.
Sissy is introduced, which I have zero recollection of from any other
They've
episode.
been talking about each other like sissy for a while. It's not new, Damian.
Who the fuck is Heather?
Why are you acting brand new?
And then there's one group of 3, which includes
Boa, Jimbo, and Rita. I don't think we need to talk about Jeffree doing the walkthrough because he's doing like RuPaul hands and RuPaul isms, and it's just like there's no room for it.
Let's just move on.
So now they're filming with Stacey McKenzie. First group to go up is Lemon and Priyanka, and they are killing it.
Yeah, they're really funny and moving quickly through it, and Stacey seems to be quite amused. You never know what the edit is telling you, so like I was like, oh, this is like going really well. I think that they're going to win or do well.
Next on the stage was Team Rita Jimboa. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it was
a mess.
Erratic and hard to follow, and I was actually like worried about Rita because I thought that like based on what I was seeing, like she just sort of like getting bulldozed.
Rita would come into a scene and be like behind Jimbo, not in the light, like not looking at the camera. I was like worried for her also. Team Sissy. Big chaotic energy. Anything else from the filming that you want to talk about?
No. I would like to comment that in her sort of, well, I'll save it, never mind.
Okay.
I'll save it for the commercial.
One day we'll have commercials and we'll have sponsors.
Manscaping. Do you like to manscape?
And don't forget to use code DEEPDIVES on Audible for a 10% discount.
MailChimp.
Casper Mattress. It's the day of the runway and they're doing their makeups. They're talking about how difficult it is sometimes to do shows when there are like bachelorette parties. I've been in plenty of situations, especially on Saturday nights at Pieces Bar. It's a weird line of, I want to entertain you, I want to take your money, but there are rules to follow in a drag show.
I also think it's complicated because I've been in gay bars with women friends and I've watched gay men be really misogynistic to them. So I think there's like a difference between like taking over or like overstaying your welcome, but also like those women could be queer, they could be trans,
right?
They could be queer and trans. There can be disrespect, but also I think that like it works the other way where it can be so misogynistic just from the jump by being triggered to see like a woman in your space.
Yeah. And Boa speaks about her like sexual assault and robbery moment. I felt like very sympathetic. I know New York is supposed to be safe, but there's always that fear that I have in the back of my head. And I'm just like so sad that it happened.
Yeah, definitely.
And now it's time for the main stage. Are you ready, Damian?
I'm ready.
Is this still on? Our extra special guest host is Tom Green.
I was very charmed by Tom Green in this entire episode, actually. It's like he has nothing to prove, so he's at such ease, which I think that this show needs.
He was not like asserting any kind of power over anyone. Like, remember when Joel McHale was a judge?
It was so weird. It was like him and Michelle having like flirty fighting, and I was like, what?
Why? Are you ready for the runway?
I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Me too, because I'm involved. It's like I didn't walk the runway, but like an extension of me was on the runway.
I know, I'm nervous.
Because you were probably gonna hate it. Time for the runway. And that means that we are playing our favorite game, Fuego or Hasta Luego. If we like the garment, we say
Fuego.
And if we don't like what we're seeing, we say
Hasta Luego.
Of course, from a place of love. First on the runway is Scarlett Bobo wearing this oversized like shoulder jacket.
Her hair was like a turquoisey color. She had these.
We know what it is, and there's a photo. So what did you think about it?
I liked it. I felt like it was punk. I like loved the pops of color in it. I thought that her face and hair were very correct. I thought it was great. I give it a Fuego.
I thought that oversized shoulder jacket, it felt like very disjointed from what she was wearing underneath. Like it didn't have a point of view.
So it's
an Hasta Luego. Next is Ilona wearing this like super structured dark denim with assless chaps.
I loved everything on Ilona from like waist up. Like her makeup, I loved her hair, her baby hairs. I didn't love the chap, like the opening around her crotch or her ass, but I wasn't going to read her ass the way they did. I thought it was weird and like kind of negatively like about her body. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But it's a Fuego.
Yeah. Next, Boa comes on to the main stage wearing gigantic wigs. I thought she looked good. It was a nice, clean look with personality. The issue seemed to be that she had to like have one arm back. Did you notice when she was walking the runway? She was like kind of holding the wings. But the overall impression of the look for me was good.
To me, it was like a leotard with like ripped tights, and it was like kind of cool and punk, but like she's worn leotards constantly. And then it was like this added addition of these wings that didn't match the garment, and also like they looked sloppy.
Okay, well, it's a Fuego for me.
For me, she gets an Hasta Luego.
Next, Jimbo in this denim patch face bikini. It was like avant-garde, cool, original.
The look was exciting. I feel like we will remember this for years to come.
The proportions were crazy and the walk was crazy, but the garment was sold and I bought it. I bought a Fuego from me.
I think that like the look is just so memorable that it's a Fuego.
Next is Rita Vega in this like striptease.
I was like, it must be denim, but it doesn't read on camera or television as denim.
Yeah.
I liked the silhouette because I thought it was something different. We've never seen sort of like this sexy version of Rita. That said, I didn't.
Would you like to see it again?
I'm giving it a Fuego.
I had lots of questions about the shape of this outfit. And overall, it was an Hasta Luego for me.
Oh, there we go. I knew it was coming. Took a while to get it out.
Well, next, Priyanka shows up in this like white bathing suit with, again, trend alert, like big shoulder jacket. It's the same kind of fabric as Rita, where you're like, I guess that's denim, but like, it could have been made out of anything.
It was like just fine. It was forgettable. Like she looked beautiful, but it was just like, meh. But I wouldn't say it was bad. So for me, I'm going to say a Fuego.
A Fuego. Here comes Lemon. And so it's time for a splash of lemon. She definitely has an eye for fashion and what she wants to like look like. And so I just kind of served her desires. And you know, I made my design choices to help that vision. She sent me all of these references and clothing inspirations. And then she got me like all of these denim things like thrifted. Like, for example, this, what I'm wearing now, is a dress. I'm wearing it upside down. This is the skirt of the dress. The sleeves are down here. We cut up a denim jacket, attached sleeves, cut it all up. I made these like denim panties. I was just like, please, please do not lip sync in this look. It might rip. That's pretty much it. I made it. And that was a splash of lemon. The judges really attacked Lemon's taste. They attacked the design. They attacked like how it was made. They came for every single part of that look and also Lemon.
So for you, because, and obviously there's a personal investment. For you, it's a, right? Because we're still playing the game. Or is this, do you get to abstain this one?
No, I'm not abstaining. She looked hot. She looked cool. She sold it. I bought it. I made it. Very big fuego from me on Lemon. Okay, now read me.
No, I'm not going to read you. I liked that it was not a traditional garment. I felt like it was surprising, but I felt like her hair and makeup didn't tell any sort of story. And based on your splash of lemon, it seems like it was sort of this fashion forward, like Rihanna streetwear vibe. But for me, it read as, I think one of the judges said, like sort of a deconstructed scarecrow, which like I wasn't mad at. I just like felt like that wasn't the story that she was telling. But as it stands, and just in comparison to sort of the other girls, for me, it was a Hasta Luego. But I love you. And I love that it was repurposed.
I accept your thoughts. Hearing the judges speak about this felt like I was in the kind of Twilight Zone. I could not believe it.
And I thought Lemon took all of the critiques in total stride and like made it a joke to be like, oh, okay, so totally different. Like it's not helpful to the queen to like say
what you would have done is irrelevant here because you are not the same kind of drag queen as Lemon. Now, what is Lemon serving? And is she serving it well or not? So that's that. That was Fuego or Hasta Luego. What do you think? Please let us know in the comments. So finally, they show the commercials. First is Team Sissies, and it felt to me like a mess.
It wasn't funny. I felt like they were basically playing one-note versions of themselves. I will say that Scarlett looked beautiful in her commercial, I thought, but I just thought it was not funny. The premise of the sketch was like, this is for you to sue your
it was like sue
drag
your drag
sister,
and then we'll kill her.
To me, this sketch was an Hasta Luego.
Team The Bells. To me, it felt like a messy kind of concept, not very clear. There were no like real standouts. It was just like, fine.
I thought the premise was clear and funny. I thought the execution was a bit messy, but I also like thought there were funny things. Namely, I thought that Jimbo saying "It's my special day" was funny, and
it's my special day.
And Boa looked like Bette Midler from the First Wives Club.
Yes, she did. Team Lemyanka, the pussy protection lawyers. They had a clear purpose, what they were doing, and then at the end, they gave you a little plot twist. Just kidding, we're scammers. And I thought that was intelligent, it was clear, it was to the point, and it was a cool twist. Fuego.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was interesting. I felt like they sort of gave us all of the jokes that were in the commercial they gave us during
the making of.
Yeah. They have great chemistry. They are both funny and charismatic, and the premise was funny and like made sense. So yeah, I thought it was great.
These were the judges' critiques from the runway and the scene. Welcome to the Upside Down. Welcome to the Sunken Place. They said to Scarlett, you had the funniest lines. The only thing she said was, sue me.
Nina Bonina Brown wants her check.
To Ilona, they said, put some foundation on your butt. And that was their critique. Which is, this is not a butt competition, ma'am. Say runway, and the runway outfit was good.
They also said that Ilona played a one-note version of herself.
I agree, but so did Scarlett.
Yes, I agree with that. If that's the specific note for Ilona, then it should also have been the same note for Scarlett. I just feel like it's really obvious how much runway means in the Canadian version of Drag Race.
If you think the runways are so important, how do you explain, let's just say it, Rita Baga wins in that look, which I think was bad.
I didn't think her look was bad. I thought it was like something different for Rita, and also Jimbo had just won, so they weren't going to let Jimbo win back to back.
But it's Rita's third win. They could have given Jimbo a second, because I thought he was a standout of that group and looked way better than anyone else.
But I thought that Rita was funnier.
Oh, Jeffrey also says that Jimbo, welcome to the competition, but like Jimbo's won a challenge and has been doing great. Like
Jeffrey is an idiot fuck.
Then the girls get asked on the runway, who do you think should go home? Bobo, Ilona, Boa, and Jimbo all say Lemon because of her runway look. And Rita, Priyanka, and Lemon say Ilona because of her performance in the challenge. And then they go back to the Untucked Lounge, and Lemon's like, excuse me, this is not who had the worst runway, it's who do you think should go home?
Scarlett set a trend for being like, and I don't blame her because I think she was like, oh, like Lemon's runway is, for me, is not the best, and that's my barometer. That way I'm not like throwing Ilona or like somebody that I had like a relationship with under the bus who was like in my team. Then it was easier for everyone else to say the same person.
She is expendable because she is not known in Canada. They have been setting up this like Scarlett being envious of Lemon this episode, and listen, I don't know for a fact whatever they're feeling, but they're like, you put me with Ilona, like, your bitchy attitude, you're from New York, you think you're better than us.
I understood what Bella was saying, which is like, you clearly love yourself and you're very loud about it. And Lemon was like, yeah. And I was like, oh. I mean, yeah, like, good for you because you're confident in this competition. But like, yes, if I was in the competition with you, I might be like, shut up.
But that's like on you.
Confidence is allowed to read as arrogance and people are allowed to be called out for that.
I don't believe she's actually treating people incorrectly. I think it actually has to do more with how they are receiving information and not the way the information has been given.
Lemon said so much. Like, I mean, I've hung out with Belle and she's never called me out on these things. Yeah. So, like, who's being fake now? Who do you think was the worst at the challenge?
I think the worst of the challenge was Ilona. And next, Scarlett. And it would have made good TV to have them lip sync against each other and finally get Ilona to go home and Scarlett get a push so that she could show us more of who she is.
I probably agree with that assessment. Or I definitely agree with that assessment. In the US Drag Race, I think that Priyanka and Lemon would have been, like, maybe safe, and then it would have been, like, tops and bottoms, you know?
It ends up being that the bottom two are Boa and Ilona. It's Ilona's second time in the bottom lip syncing, and Boa's first time lip syncing in the bottom. There's actually a fly in this room again.
Maybe you have something dead on the wall.
It's me. I'm dead inside. The lip sync song is Alessia Cara's Cars You're Beautiful. Listen, it's not a showstopper, but Ilona feels connected and grounded, and she's telling you the story, and she knows every single word. She is focused, galvanized, and ready to take that crown. And Boa's focus is kind of like,
yeah, where was her eyeline? She was like looking at Ilona based on the shot that they were showing. Ilona just seemed so connected, was telling a story,
stood her ground.
Yeah, the song, it was too long, of course. They need to fucking edit these.
So, Ilona, Shante, you stay, and Boa, sashay away. Boa takes it in stride. She's grateful, she's blessed, and she is here to make lasagna, and off she goes.
I thought she maybe was going to be in the final 4 or final 5 for sure.
Like wild card status. Are they like hinting that Scarlett is gonna... Who knows?
Do you think that Lemon is going to get turned into a villain now?
I don't think it would be like in her character. You can tell when they say, Lemon, you are safe, the way she walks back to her place, that she is like, okay, I'm back on the race.
But she didn't like give them the hand squeeze that they both were looking for either.
Right.
They both were like, and she was like,
she's like,
right to the back, and I was like,
watch
her.
Me walk away. That was the episode. That was episode 6 of Canada's Drag Race. Damian, ta-da.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun episode, albeit with continued weird judging and
judging. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, please. Subscribers actually mean a lot on YouTube, so please do subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. I am at Didi Fuego.
And I'm at Damian Bellino.
And thank you for joining us on Deep Dives with Didi
and Damian.
Thank you for watching. Adios.
Ciao.
Not ciao.
Why? It's Italian.
Oh, because you're Italian.